This time on iRate Garage, we see if this car will move under its own power. Spoiler alert, it's sitting outside for the first time in 26 years. Let's get into it. Today I'm just doing some random stuff on my Fleetwood here, not the least of which is I'm installing this guy here. That is a brake pressure switch. Even though the pedal feels good and everything's bled, the brake light is still on. It appears that the problem is here. Or otherwise the car just doesn't like what I did when I bled the brakes. Kind of a bummer. I guess there's nothing to it but to do it and hop on in. Now I really don't expect you to be able to see that, but there it goes. Coming now. The new one has an O-ring on it. I don't see an O-ring on the old one. This is fun. Best thing to do is just be patient. Something that I am admittedly not great at being. I'm hopeful, but not holding my breath. Hey, the brake light's out. Brake light's out. That's awesome. I feel so much better. I don't even know how those switches work, but apparently that one didn't. So what I have to do is put this guy back on the fuel line, which is up on the frame. Shouldn't be too difficult. I just kind of don't want to do it. So, oh well. All right, well there we go. It's feeling good now. We're getting there. I got that stupid bracket back on there holding it's for the return lines, and I got the one back on the fuel line. It's stupid. You can't see it. I think I showed it in the fuel line replacement video what I had to do. I also hooked back up the parking brake cable, which has been a thorn in my side. Also, since the last video, I got the power steering belt figured out. Depending on the year of car you're dealing with and what the pulleys and everything are like, I ordered a 1548 originally, and it was a little too big. So I got a 1547, and that seemed to fit better. So it's a 48-inch belt or 47-inch belt. I think you might want to run a 48-inch that's a half-inch wide. Those are 3/8. I also discovered something else that was an issue that I resolved more or less. The one thing that tricked me up, might be kind of tricky to see, but you notice right there, there is not a lot of daylight between those pulleys. I basically had to take the pulley off to get the belt on. Those are the 500. Those are the pulleys for a 500. I believe I ordered the solution here. These are pulleys off of a 425. Got them on eBay. Probably paid more than I should have for them. They're a little pitted, but that's okay. So the next time I have that apart, I will I think I'm gonna throw those on. Should be fine, and it may make a little more power because those are a lot lighter than the giant cast iron pulley that's on the car. Just a bunch of little stuff that I've had to figure out. Something else I need to figure out is I need to find constant 12 volts for the choke. But I do think I got all the vacuum leaks found and straightened out, which is good. I'm surprised the car ran as well as it did with all the vacuum leaks that it had. Well, it's getting a little late, but my wife just texted me and said she wasn't going to be home when she thought she would be. Horse show things. I'm going to do something that is important to me, if nothing else, and that is the legendary chrome valve covers. Nice, cheap, and stamped. Sometimes you gotta do the things to make you happy. Really, I was just making sure that those lifters are still pumped up and none of them have leaked down. They're so cheesy, I love them. These gaskets are like $30. I can see now why the guy before decided just to silicone the valve covers on. But let me tell you, that makes it a right son of a bitch to get apart. One thing I like to do is put a little grease around the perimeter here, just a little teeny bit. It can help hold the gasket in place, and it kind of helps seal it up better too, which is a good thing with the crappy kind of stamped chrome valve covers. The grease will also help if for whatever reason you have to take it apart again. It'll make it so it comes off a little easier. Alright, well, you don't need to watch me fight with this. Well, I think I'm gonna call it for a day. These stupid fucking covers, there's not enough allotment for the factory washer that was on the bolts. And I've dropped two, and there's something about these bolts that are super magical. They don't hit the floor. I think I'm just going to do the right thing and throw in the towel and give up for the day, because I am not having fun now. I don't think words can adequately describe how pissed I am right now. There you go. Done. So today we're back with the Fleetwood, and I came to what I will admit is a realization that maybe I should have come to sooner. I was having an issue with the bolts not clearing, the washers on the bolts not clearing. But I completely forgot that in reality, I actually have the nuts off of the original 368 that was in this car. Oddly enough, they have smaller washers on them. 500 on the left and the 368 on the right. And I know they thread into the hole, but whether or not they actually, whether or not the holes are threaded all the way is a completely different story, and that is an issue I've run into on this particular 500. Hot damn, those are threaded all the way. You know, sometimes it is the dumb things that'll make you happy. Let's do the other side. Well, there we go. You know, I know it's kind of silly, but it makes me happy. Spruce that up just a little bit. You know, it has occurred to me there really isn't a whole lot keeping me from putting this thing on the ground and seeing if it'll move. I want to put the inspection cover on it. It is going to be close to the header. I had it on it before and went, I don't like that, and took it off. I think I'm going to go ahead and put that back on again. It's nothing too exciting, so I'll catch up with you after that. I got the cover on. It is a little tight. It should be fine. It appears I'm missing a lug nut, and at least one of these tires has 0 air in it. Might have to tighten that one up just a little bit. And I know it seems silly, but I'm going to go ahead and put the hood ornament on it. They just don't look right without the hood ornament on. Much better. I like it a lot. Kind of an interesting thing is, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but all along here there's a bunch of little scratches. You can see how wore away it is. Well, that is right where the hood latch is. So I think homeboy was in and out of here all the time trying to get this car to go. It's been a long time coming. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. I just, there was a part of me that thought we might not ever get to this point. And here we are. She's on her pause for the first time in over a year and a half. It has potential for the first time in 20 years of actually seeing the road and being used. Sorry, I'm just a little overwhelmed. All right, let's work on buttoning up some more items here. Hooking up these cross members again. When you do these braces, you want to do it after you put the car back on the ground. That isn't obvious. Metric. Son of a bitch. Should we see if it starts? Sorry, I had to check on the family unit. That's just good stuff. Now I'd love to take it out and rip it around, but there isn't enough time in the day for that today. But it did move forward and back under its own power, and that is good enough for me today. I'm going to live on that high before I discover the disappointment tomorrow that it has no throttle response or some other catastrophe just waiting to rear its ugly little head. Who knows, I might change my mind, but I don't think I will. And it's been a lot of work getting up to this point, and it's taken a long time. And it's easy to get down on yourself, and I'm probably the worst about it, where you see these other channels on YouTube where it's what they do, and they just whip out a car and they crank it out, and that's awesome. But the reality is a lot of us don't have that kind of time, and just to prove the point, it doesn't take a lot of time a day or time a week. When you got the time, I say try to do 15 minutes a day or an hour a week or whatever it is you can do, but anything is better than nothing. And right now I'm pretty damn happy. All right, next time we talk, hopefully it'll be pulling this out of the shop. Okay, slight change of plans. My wife did light the grill for me, but she's not very good at it. Love you, honey. So it appears that I have plenty of time to pull this thing out. But I gotta move the Eldorado out of the way and a little bit of shit, so. Something else that remains to be seen is if the hood shuts properly. Oh, looks good. Might be a little off, but looks good enough. I might gotta tweak it just a little bit. zip tie came off. Ah! You gonna do half a donut in your field?
Yeah, it's shit.
Hell yeah, guys, that kicks ass. This thing hauls. I can't wait to actually get it out on the road clearly. That will be in a future video. However, if you look right here, I'll pick a different one out for you to watch in the meantime. Get out there, work on your junk, get it on the road. This is Irate Garage, but I am a happy guy right now.